Welcome to Rod's Tree Tours of the University of Nevada, Reno Arboretum. My name is Rod Hollenbeek, aka the Tree Hunter. I am your host for this tour. This is the west side of Manzanita Lake tree tour. It starts at the south door of Manzanita Hall, nearest the small parking lot, and covers the trees between Manzanita Hall and the Ore Ditch, then includes the line of trees next to Manzanita Lake. It ends at the parking lot north of Juniper Hall. There is a pause of 2 to 3 seconds after each tree to let you get to the next tree. But if you haven't yet reached that tree, or if you need a little extra time to locate or contemplate it, please press pause until you are ready, then press play. Okay, let's get started. The first tree at number 1 on the map is a tall conical conifer. This is Giant Sequoia, scientific name Sequoiadendron giganteum, one of many present on the campus. This native of the western slope of the Sierra Nevada grows quickly and has a conical shape. It also has egg-sized and shaped cones and awl-shaped needles. In the circular area a few feet away, at number 2 on the map, is northern or western Catalpa, scientific name Catalpa speciosa, planted after 1992. Native to the area from southern Illinois to northern Arkansas, it has hand-sized heart-shaped leaves and 8-inch long bean-shaped pods. The pods can create a mess on lawns. Between the parking lot and the street at number 3 are 2 kinds of trees with different colors and shapes. The trees with purple leaves are purple leaf plum, scientific name Prunus sericifera crowder-vesuvius. The species, that is, cherry plum, is native to Western Asia and has been planted in landscapes for at least 400 years. This cultivar was named for the man who introduced it in 1947. Purple leaf plum has become a popular yard tree in the last few decades because of its purple leaves and its pink flowers which come out before the leaves in spring. The other trees at number 4 are Aristocrat Pair, scientific name Pyrus caleriana aristocrat. This is a cultivar of flowering or calorie pear which is native to China and Korea. The species has been a favorite for yard and street trees because of its abundant white flowers in spring and its red, orange, purple, and yellow fall colors. There are 4 cultivars of this species planted on campus. Aristocrat Pear, introduced in 1969 and still very popular, has an open and angular shape. Walk on the sidewalk at the south end of the parking lot toward the lake and dam. The rest of this tour proceeds north, that is, to the left, on the west side of Manzanita Lake, covering in order all the trees between the lake and the sidewalk. Across the path at number 5 are 2 flowering cherry trees, scientific name Prunus cerulata, native to Japan, China, and Korea. This is one of many cultivars. I don't know which cultivar it is. It has a profusion of pink 1-inch flowers in spring, and it has blush fall color. The large twin-trunked conifer at number 6 is Deodar Cedar, scientific name Cedrus deodara. Native to the western Himalayas, it is one of 3 true cedars, i.e., species of the genus Cedrus, planted on the campus. It has needles radiating from points on the branch and has both drooping branches and a drooping or flat top. Its 4-inch cones are brown or white and are upright on the branch. The small tree next to the lake at number 7 is Amur Maple, scientific name Acer genula, planted 1989. This native of China and Japan is available in both tree and shrub forms. It has reliable orange, red, and yellow fall color and is the only maple tough enough to survive the cold spring and fall mornings of the Martis Valley near Truckee, California. The next tree, at number 8, is Crabapple, scientific name Malus sp, a tree cultivated for thousands of years because it stays small, it has gorgeous flowers in spring, and its fruits, if present, are small and not messy in a lawn setting. A few years after planting, crabapples have shaggy and mottled bark. The tree with pointed lobed leaves at number 9 is northern red oak, scientific name Quercus rubra, a native of eastern North America. The pointed lobes are indicative of the red oak group. Northern red oak is an excellent ornamental tree for northern Nevada because it has red, orange, and yellow fall color, has few problems, and grows rapidly. Tiny oak flowers looking like strings drooping down from the branch appear before the leaves. The tall conifer at number 10 is Ponderosa Pine, scientific name Pinus ponderosa. It is native to the Sierra Nevada, mostly on the western side because its elevation range is 1,000 feet to 5,000 feet, and the tree line on the eastern side starts at 6,000 feet. This tree has 3 needles in a bundle, like its close relative Jeffrey pine. The next conifer, at number 11, is Rocky Mountain Bristlecone pine, scientific name Pinus aristata. It is a native of the western U.S., between the Rockies and western Utah. It is a white pine. It has 5 needles in a bundle. These needles stay on the tree for many years, making the branches look cylindrical. They are covered with small white pitch flecks, which help in species identification. The next conifer, at number 12, is Scotch pine, scientific name Pinus sylvestris, planted 1988. This species, native to northern Europe, has 2 needles in a bundle. It is very commonly planted locally and is often confused with Austrian pine, another European native. There are 2 major differences between these 2 trees. The Scotch pine's upper limbs are brown, Austrians are gray, and the upper limbs do not grow straight up like the Austrians. The next tree is another Ponderosa pine. The first of 3 weeping trees, at number 13, is Weeping Willow, scientific name Salix babylonica. This tree has been cultivated for thousands of years. At one time it was thought to grow in the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. But this idea was discredited after the tree was named. It is a riparian, that is, streamside tree. It grows rapidly but is short-lived, maybe an average of 50 years. Typically the trunk rots, and after a few years, weeping willows have many pruned limbs. The second weeping tree, at number 14, is the conifer Weeping Nootka or Alaska cedar, scientific name Chamaecyparis nootkaensis pendula. The species is native to mountainous areas along the U.S. and Canada west coasts. The sweeping, drooping branch structure is different on every tree, but all are eye-catching. This tree has only been here a few years. After a few decades, it may reach 50 feet tall. The tree at number 15 with the purple leaves is Crimson King Norway Maple, scientific name Acer platanoides Crimson King. Native to northern Europe, the species has 5 sharply pointed lobes with points along the lobes. Norway maple is another locally popular tree because it is reasonably fast-growing and reasonably tough. Many of the numerous Norway maple cultivars have bright yellow fall color, but this cultivar, introduced into the U.S. in 1948, has rust-colored leaves all year. The conifer with the sparse-looking foliage at number 16 is Eastern White Pine, scientific name Pinus strobus. This is the predominant conifer in northeastern North America, and its green color sets off the fall colors in northeastern forests. The tree is recognizable as a white pine by the 5 needles in a bundle. The small tree at number 17 with 2-inch 5-lobed leaves is Crimson Cloud Hawthorn, scientific name Crataegus laevigata crimson cloud. Native to Europe and North Africa, the species has been cultivated for hundreds of years and has white flowers. In contrast, this cultivar's flowers have a white star-shaped center surrounded by dark pink outside. The half-inch round fruits attract birds. Look at the island in the middle of the lake at number 18. It has 6 tree species planted on it, but it is inaccessible except for riding on a swan's back most of the year. Nevertheless, you can see the trees quite well by walking along the shore or walking along the path on the other side of the lake, starting on the south end of the island and going clockwise. The white bark trees with roundish leaves are Quaking Aspen, scientific name Populus tremuloides, the most widely distributed broadleaf tree in the U.S. This tree's native habitat is moist woods, so this is a good place to plant it. This tree sends out root suckers all around the tree, cloning itself, and makes thickets. It has reliable yellow fall color. Some trees have orange color. The tall conifer with sharp-edged branches and light brown bark is Juniper, scientific name Juniperus sp. There are several species and even more cultivars growing around the world, and species identification is difficult. The light blue small berries, which easily identify the genus, are spicy and are used to flavor beverages. They also are used in some cultures for medicinal purposes. The tree with long, thin leaves is willow, scientific name Salix sp. Willows are riparian like Quaking Aspen, and they have long, water-seeking roots. This is a good place to plant them. There are several willow species which look similar. Therefore, I won't attempt a further distinction here. The conifer at the other end of the island is white fir, scientific name Abies concolor, a Sierra Nevada native which constitutes many of the trees on its east flank a few miles from here. It has horizontal branches and cones on only the top part of the tree. The other conifer on the north side of the island is another Deodar Cedar. The last tree on the island, which has compound leaves with 1-inch roundish leaflets, is black locust, scientific name Robinia pseudoacacia, native to eastern and midwestern U.S. This tree has white panicles of flowers in spring and 4-inch brown pods in fall. It is not much used in landscapes today because it suckers readily. Back on shore, there are 3 small trees in a row at number 19. These are Peking Lilac, scientific name Syringa reticulata, subspecies pekingensis, planted in 2013. It is native to China and was introduced in 1881. It has 5-inch panicles, bursting with tiny white flowers in June, and tulip-shaped seed capsules, which hang on all winter. The yellow-green peeling bark threw me for a while, but I believe that this is the cultivar China Snow. These 3 trees are the only ones I have seen in Reno. The conifer near the sidewalk between the lake and Jot Travis at number 20 is Blue Atlas Cedar, scientific name Cedrus atlantica glauca. It is another of the 3 true cedars which grow on campus. It is native to the Atlas Mountains of Algeria and Morocco. Its upward-pointing white to beige cones cover the entire tree in winter. This species can be identified by its pointed branch ends and the cultivar by its silver-gray color. The third weeping tree, next to the Atlas cedar at number 21, is Weeping European Beech, scientific name Fagus sylvatica pendula. This is a cultivar of the long-cultivated European beech. The branches of this tree sweep up and groundward. Comparing this tree to the weeping European beech in the alcove of Manzanita Hall, about 100 feet away on the Jimmy's Garden Tour, shows that particular trees vary in shape and size. Please press pause and head toward the large lone tree between the parking lot and North Virginia Street at number 22, then press play. This is Crabapple, scientific name Malus sp, probably the cultivar Hopa, and probably planted about 1960. A tree cultivated for thousands of years because it stays small, it has gorgeous flowers in spring, and its fruits, if present, are small and not messy in a lawn setting. This particular tree has pink flowers and has grown to be the Nevada State Champion. This concludes the West of Manzanita Lake tree tour. Thank you for joining me on this tour. If you would like to support the Arboretum, please see the options on the Donate link on the UNR Arboretum website.